Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Wits. I hope you guys are doing well out there tonight. Yeah, I guess I got to get on camera for a couple of moments. Everything here is quiet, peaceful, hunky-dory, you know, the usual. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you that we are approaching Prize Week. And I still have to find a spot to put this chair so I am visible. There we go. We'll move that out of the way for the moment. I hope y'all are doing well. Everything around here is actually pretty hunky-dory. Other than my back is killing me, but what can you expect when you're getting a little older? And be getting older next week, actually. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to attempt to run a test of the TKO game show. If I'm hoping I get enough participants, it remains to be seen. If we don't, we'll probably just run the All-Star Blitz show tonight and see what happens. But I have all the prize shelves filled. So we are pretty much ready and set to go for starting Saturday night at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. We will be giving away some small prizes. We will be giving away some large prizes. We'll be giving away a little bit of everything, from collectibles to household items to games and toys, and probably a few things that I don't even know if anybody will like, but we shall see. But tonight, as you can see, my little guest host down here in the front, Dilbert, is joining us. Hopefully he won't scare anybody off. He's not as creepy as Furby. He's not as friendly as Lionel. Oops. Say hi to Lionel. Lionel is taking the day off again. So Dilbert decided to stick around tonight and see what happens on the show. And then I'll get his little engineering thing afterwards. Hi, Nine. How are we doing tonight? I hope you're doing well, sir. It has been a very quiet and peaceful past couple of days since the last broadcast. I have not had time to get as many games ready for Prize Week, so I really have to spend the next 3 days from the moment I get home from the office really busting my butt to get enough games out, ready, and set to go. It'll be interesting to see whether or not I run out of games or whether I run out of prizes first. I'm going to lay odds I'm going to run out of games first. But that's one reason I'm breaking it down to a week instead of a one-day thing. Plus, like I said, when it's birthday week, when I get older, you guys get goodies. That's how I look at it. Tonight, I'm going to show you a couple more oddball prizes that I have. Well, one oddball prize, because I'm still trying to figure out what it is. I can't even find this thing online anywhere. And I'll show you a little something that I am reluctant to put out as one of the prizes. Whether or not I do or don't remains to be seen. Bear with me 1 minute while I get some background music going to keep everybody at least semi-occupied. A little ragtime, I guess, will do. Yep, Halloween's over. No more costumes for a while. Professor will be back here or there, of course. Enigma has gone into hiding for a little bit. He'll probably return at some point down the road. Who knows when. He'll probably show up for the list, or the link. I'm sorry. He'll probably show up for the link. As you can see on the screen at the moment, we have the wall up. And again, we are looking for 4 categories of 4 items. If you can, each item will take 1 item. You will not use any item in multiple categories. I went over real well Saturday before the stream went. I don't know what actually happened on Saturday. It was basically YouTube just basically kicked, either YouTube or my internet service kicked me out, and I had to go back in and start it back up. The one thing I have figured out that I have not figured out if it's a PSN thing or a YouTube thing. I do know that the number of commenters on the screen does not always seem to match the number of viewers. So I don't know if that's people that are going to be able to participate in the chat or people that are actually viewing. because like I said, it got weird. It got weird on the Saturday broadcast. Basically, the broadcast said there was a grand total of 7 people on the show, but I know I had at least 12 when I counted of commenters. And when I checked the YouTube page, it said I never got above 7. So I'm not sure what is going on with that one. So I think there are a few little bugs they got to de-tweak. But I am going to go on the thought process that we actually have viewers out there. So again, like I told you, if I got 1 viewer, I got 50 viewers. If I got 2 viewers, if I got 700 viewers, we're going to give you guys the best show I can, regardless of how many people are on the channel. Oh, I see we're up to 2 now according to the PSN page. Something else I want to get back to trying is I want to get back to trying closed games. It worked real well with the Go game. I'm hoping it'll work again in the future. But the reason I want to get back to some closed games is because I want to try to get them to party chat format for some of them. It got a little messy last time, but that was probably my fault because it was the first time I had tested it, and I jumped in full throttle with about 9 or 10 people. So what I'm going to probably consider doing at some point down the road is I'm going to start running a few closed games, which will be limited to party chat on the PSN network. Hopefully that won't kill the viewership. I'm just not sure yet what it's going to do. Like I said, because I can almost get if I stuck with the Ustream stream, which I don't want to do, I could see it getting up there in numbers. But then again, I get all the trolls and stuff, and that's the way it goes. The other thing is, according to Nikki, she'd been actually looking for me the past few nights, and the show's not showing up on the broadcast list, and I'm not sure why. It may be because I changed the name on the account from the Saint Fan to Professor von Quizzlestein. So, for those of you that are viewers and can't find me, make sure you check to see if the professor shows up on your PlayStation, live from PlayStation lists. Like I said, there are some definite bugs they've got to work out. Don't know how long it's going to take. I got a feeling they're worried more about their YouTube Red than they're worried about the stream. But it just all depends. So with that, I'm going to bounce out of the camera screen. And I'm going to go pull up a couple of those last extra prizes that I said I had that were a little oddballish. And the first one, these I actually showed on Instagram, and these are the ones I am debating whether or not I'm even going to give them away. I will be honest with you in that regard. But what we have here are basically chess pieces. And I found these at the toy store I had gone to on Sunday. Oops, I need to move the 4-letter word back into the picture now, just so people can take a guess at it. And everybody else seems to be hooked on Pops. Well, I got to looking, and I'm not sure I want Pops. I think I want these guys. Basically, these are chess pieces of superheroes and supervillains. I picked up my favorite superhero, Captain America. Better than Batman. I know, blasphemy. And this was the piece I saw that basically said, I have to have these. It is basically Darkseid. And I know he's kind of hard to see in the light because like I said, let me get, there we go. And to me, this is absolutely gorgeous. And I mean gorgeous. If you guys want a better look at him, check out the Instagram account. Just look up the Saint Fan on Instagram. But I'm reluctant to give those away just because I want them so much. But what I may do is when I go to this toy store, it's like I'll pick up a couple for giveaways, and a couple for me, and a couple for giveaways, and a couple for me. But yeah, I found a ton of good things there that I just didn't have the money for that I wanted to pick up. Not to mention, like I said, the prize shelves are actually full. I have no more room right now to put anything left on the shelves. That's how much stuff I have to give away over the next week. So it will be a question of what I give away, how many games per night get run, and how much time I have. Like I said, I'm on vacation starting Friday night. Friday night is bowling night, so I will not be here on Friday night, so I will be spending Wednesday, Thursday at the house. When I come home, doing nothing but working on the games. Saturday before the broadcast, working on the games, and I'll catch my Doctor Who and a little college football in the process. And the good news is my team's not playing, so I don't have a vested interest in anything college football wise. And at 9:30 Central Time, ladies and gentlemen, prizes will be given out. And again, these ones, like I said, I'm trying to decide. Those ones are kind of tough. Those ones really are kind of tough to decide whether or not I'm going to give away. Now, the other one I did pick up, and I will be honest with you, I know a lot of people prefer pops over bobbleheads. But I saw this, and it was like next to nothing. But it is basically a Funko bobblehead of a Japanese baseball mascot. I know it sounds weird, but it's like I picked him up for like $3 or $4, something like that. And I'm like, I'm gonna like giving him away. He's gonna be one of the fun prizes. And then finally, the last couple hey, show, how we doing tonight, my man? What's up, Smooth? And then finally, again, I don't know what it was. It was bobblehead night because the one prize I wanted to pick up I couldn't afford at the time. I actually found two people that were selling Mach 5 play kits, entire play kits of the Mach 5. And I so badly wanted to pick those up to give away. But one guy was charging $100 for one, and one was charging like 60 something, and that was like kind of out of my price league at the time. Now, when the next show rolls around, hopefully I'll have a little more money, a little more goodies. And the other one I picked up was another bobblehead, and I saw these up on the shelf, and I really wanted all of them he had, but I figured I'd hold off and just pick up the one. So there is Draco, the bobblehead. He will be one of my nice prizes going out because I actually like him. So as you can see, we've got a huge... I don't even know what the marble is for. Came with a marble. Don't ask me why. I have no clue. But this, I really like. I really like him for a bobblehead. And like I said, I almost cleaned the guy out of these. But I figured I only needed one for now. So, that will be some of the prizes that will be going out. Like I said, along with the small stuff, starting Saturday night. So again, please make sure you tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, your hated ones, whatever, that we will be giving away stuff. This is, again, I'm paying all the shipping, all the handling, and I will ship pretty much anywhere as long as the post office allows it, or UPS allows it, or FedEx allows it. Basically, birthday week is my week to say, I'm getting older, I want you guys to celebrate with me. That is really it. I will warn you, show Smooth. Because I was talking with Nerdy when I first thought about making a Switch. And the only reason I made the switch a lot faster than everybody else did was because Ustream's chat got so slow for me that I could basically ask a question. I would wait 5 or 6 minutes before I get any comments. And as you know, List Wits is a trivia show. It depends, absolutely depends on the chat. So I'm going to give you the same advice Nerdy suggested to me that I couldn't take. Make a gradual switch if you're going to do it. Now you gotta wait. Wish me that on Monday. Wish me that on Monday. Like for instance, I know Nerdy is getting ready to make his full and final switch tomorrow. I think he said. Let's see if I remember rightly. He'd been doing all his pre-show stuff on YouTube, and then switch. Hey, Switch, how are we doing tonight? And then he would switch back over to Ustream to do the Nerd Show, the Nerd Circle show, the Nerdy Effect, the Nerd Circle, whatever you want to call it. And so he was able to do a gradual jump. And basically, what he would do is he'd run a couple of like pre-streams on YouTube, then jump back over to Ustream, do the main show. And then once he started getting comfortable with what he was getting on the YouTube side, he switched, I want to say he switched Mondays. Wait, which one did he switch? Wednesdays to YouTube. Fridays, I think he split, and Mondays he did his Ustream. Well, I think he's getting ready to make the full switch to everything on YouTube finally. So yeah, if you're gonna do it, like I said, I couldn't do it like it was suggested to me, simply because I was getting killed by Ustream's speed. It was murdering me. So I had to make the full switch all at once, and it was rough. The first couple of episodes that I did, I think the PSN chat said there was never any more than 2 people on. So I started to worry. And then I went back and I looked at the YouTube page after it finished the posting of the video, and it said there were 28 one night, 47 a night, 74 one night, and 36. So I think there are two entirely different audiences if you make a jump. There are the ones that jump in straight off of PSN that can get in, like you guys. Then there are the ones that basically use the PCs or the YouTube apps or something to that effect. So yeah, I would suggest making the jump because if the viewers do follow, they won't get the ads. I guarantee you. I found that out. Nikki's found that out. I think Nerdy's found that out. Absolutely 0 ads during a broadcast. Once your broadcast is up on the web page, you can put all the ads in you want and all that good stuff. But I decided to not monetize it. A is because I don't know what music I have when I run it, the game show music or the music from the record player when I'm running it, that kills the copyright issues. And B, I don't know who would raise hell on the fact that I'm basically taking Mark Goodman and Bill Todman and Bill Cullen and all them game shows and just pushing them out there. Yep, Monday is birthday, so that's why I said prize week will start this Saturday. We're celebrating my birthday early for you guys, and it's going to basically go from Saturday to either Saturday or Sunday. And the only day that I won't be doing a broadcast will be that Friday, because I always go bowling on Fridays. Like I said, Switch, that was one reason I made the jump. The ads were killing people that were playing, and B, the slow chat was killing people that were playing. And the moment I realized there were none on YouTube, at least at the moment, let me put it that way, I'll cover my bases. I had to make the jump quick. Hey, Turtle. Hey, Sharky. How we doing tonight? Now, as you can see, this is why the count doesn't make any sense to me. I lost my pointer. So I'm going to step out of the camera for a second. I have counted 4 people that were on the channel at the moment commenting, and yet right now, whoop, you can see, I gotta see if I can do this. You see two, yeah, this way, something like this. 2 viewers. So like I said, that's the one thing I don't think is syncing up between the YouTube page and the PSN network. And like I said, so if it shows me 0 viewers, I'm just going to assume I got a crowd and I'm going to keep on rolling. I wish I had Nerdy's full-time energy, because like I said, Nerdy's the one that's basically my godfather. And I want to have his energy. I usually have it for a while, and then it just goes, it dies. It just goes. But yeah, like I said, if you're going to make the jump, make it a slow process. Like I said, I don't know if the rumors are true about Ustream getting cut off in January, but I figured why take the chance? You know, YouTube's not getting cut off. They may tweak it along the way and torture us in that regard and make changes while we're broadcasting, but until then, I'm going to live with what I got. Alright, so again guys, we are looking right now at the wall, and we are looking for 4 groups of 4 items. Again, every object will only be in one group. So for instance, if you think the Magnum, the Dart, the Hallmark, and the Thrifty are one group, then that's one group you would mention with the 4 items. Like I said, I know this pre-game went over real well Saturday before the stream kind of bottomed out for whatever reason. So I'm going to do a few mini games. I'm trying to figure out what kind of mini games I can swap in and out here. I know I can do the wall. I'm thinking I'm going to take parts of the Only Connect bit, the Only Connect show, and squeeze these in here. I got a few others that I'm considering. Like I said, the one that I've been working on, but I have no clue yet how to do, is the exit list. At first I thought I could make it a mini game, and then thinking back, it's like I can't even make it a mini game as much as I would want to. The other thing, like I said, that I'm going to try to do in the future, probably after prize week, is I'm going to make a few games a little more closed, so there'll be qualification questions to participate in. I gave serious consideration to doing it during prize week. And the reason I did was because if I have one really good player, I don't want them basically hogging everything. I want to give everybody a chance. And as I'm not doing a 24-hour stream, I'll probably have the same viewers in the same period each day. So I have yet to figure out how I'm going to do it. Like I said, I will probably make a few of these closed games during prize week. So basically, let's just say Swish, Turtle, and Sharky qualified in game 1. And then whoever wins would basically be locked out of game 2 and could jump back in on game 3. Now the one thing I didn't mention was that during prize week, the 4-letter word and the vault will still be up. And basically it'll be the same rules. You get the 4-letter word, you get 1 free shot at the vault with no combination removed. Now the thing is, you guys have pretty much seen, to my knowledge, all the prizes if you check the Instagram account. I think, other than the ones I just showed today, I think I have shown pretty much everything that is going out. Probably not, but we'll see. So you guys know that one of those prizes, if the vault gets closed, like I said, and there is still one in the vault right now. I do know that. One of those prizes would go into the vault, and a new list would go. Basically, this will be the puzzle to get into the vault for prize week. So it's basically, if you can solve the puzzle, But the trick will be probably after this one is done. The vault will basically be, this will be the puzzle to get into the vault for prize week. So it's basically, if you can solve the puzzle, you'll get your 3 questions, which get up to 4 numbers off, and you'll get the guess at the vault. Because I want to make sure that the opportunity for the prizes are here on this one, but you're guaranteed to get a prize on whatever shows up on this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't seen any guesses on the wall, so we're going to bring the wall down tonight. And I'm going to hope I got 3 participants that are willing to participate in the closed game we're about to do. And again, this is Tuesday night. This is test night. This is pretty much my last test night. So I won't be making any more new games until after prize week. Which is going to seem weird because I always seem to tweak the new games. So I am looking for 3 volunteers to step up and participate in a game that never got past the pilot stage in TV broadcasting. And the game is called TKO. And basically what it is there will be 30 questions. Hey Ed, how are we doing today? See, that's what I mean. It's down to 1 chatter. So I don't know what goes on with that thing. So again, I'm looking for 3 volunteers for this closed game. I haven't even gotten a title screen done for this one yet. Simply because the title screen from the game, it was like back in the early 80s. I didn't like it. So I'm trying to figure out how to make one for this one. So I thought about doing like some box game. And basically what TKO is you're going to see categories. Somebody will choose a category. I'll read off a question. I will show 3 sets of initials. So for instance, I read a question that says, this state was the first state to agree to the Declaration of Independence, Constitution, you know, yada yada yada. And you'll see 3 sets of letters, R, I, D, and P. So basically one of my 3 participants gives me the initials first after you see them. Will then have to give me the initials and the correct answer. So if you give me the wrong initials, you're out of the question, but you'll be in on the next question. When we go through 2 rounds of that, and it's scored sort of Jeopardy-ish, is 1 to 500 the first round, 2 to 1,000 the second round. After that, we go to a knockout round. And the knockout round is basically 20 questions. Same principle. We go from 1 to 20. Every question is worth X number of points. The trick is, if you answer the question correctly, you get to knock points off of one of your 2 opponents. If the opponent gets knocked down to 0, they're out of the game. Like I said, I'm hoping it'll make a little more sense when I get that far in. And why are you not playing? I have no idea why it's freezing up on my computer. Because I know the broadcast is working. This stream just seems to kind of stop every so often. So again, I'm looking for 3 participants for the TKO game. So if you're interested, speak up now, and we will get things started. So again, I am looking for 3 participants that are interested in participating in the TKO game. And while we're waiting for somebody to volunteer, like I said, I don't know what else to show you guys tonight. This was one. Like I said, this was one of the smaller ones that I didn't show earlier, and it's like a little candy dish ashtray. All right, Sharky, you're in. You're number 1. Looking for 2 more people that are interested. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if you guys are ready to prove your mettle against Sharky tonight. Looking for 2 more participants. All right, Turtle, you're in. And again, normally I'd give a qualification question, but as we're doing test night, I'm just looking for 3 quick volunteers for this one. I'm looking for 1 more. Ladies and gentlemen, step right up, test your metals, test your Mensa skills. Let's see if you've got what it takes to outdo Sharky and Turtle tonight. See if you can beat the aquarium. We got sharks, we got turtles. Who wants to take a dive in the deep end and see if they can swim with the fish? Or if they sink like an anchor? I don't know, Dilbert. We're waiting for a 3rd one. Who do you think we're going to get? Anybody? So we are looking for a 3rd participant for the test night of TKO. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for 1 more that would be interested in participating in test night for TKO. And again, this is a game of questions and initials, so to speak. If you've ever seen I've Got Your Number, you'll get part of it. There's another one out that I was looking at. If you remember the Twisters one I test ran, that is going to be a pain to run on YouTube without a lot of viewers. But I will figure a way to do it, and like I said, hopefully I'll get viewers on the channel as we get things going. And like I said, that's the problem, is like I don't know what it is about the numbers. I really don't. Because like I said, right now it says there's 4 on the web page. It says there's 3 there, but if I go in and do alright, Ed, you're my number 3. Alright, so it'll be Sharky, Turtle, and Ed. Now, basically, again, you're going to have 3 categories on your screen at all times until we get to a 500 point, and the 500 point one is answered. And the first one in each row is 100, the second one is 200, and so on and so forth. But you will only be able to choose the categories that are visible on the screen. Sharky, as you volunteered first, you're going to be my first choice. You can choose any one of the 3 categories on your screen. We have Nobel, Poetry, and Mississippi. And right now they're all worth 100 points. So Sharky, which category shall we choose? Now remember, all 3 of you will be eligible to answer any question that comes up. So again, I'll read the question. And all 3 of you can try to answer. It's basically a race to answer it. But I'll read the question. I will show you the 3 sets of initials. It could be 1 word, 2 word, 3 word, 4 words, 6 words, 10 words, however many initials there are, or how many answers are in this. So Sharky, do you want Nobel, Poetry, or Mississippi? Alright, we're going to go for Mississippi. And here is the first question. What was the name of the film that had Sidney Poitier and was later changed to a TV show that starred Carol O'Connor that took place in the fictional town of Sparta, Mississippi? What was the name of the film that had Sidney Poitier as a star and was later changed to a TV show that starred Carol O'Connor and took place in the fictional town of Sparta, Mississippi? Here are the initials. We have those 3 initials. So the answer will start with 1 set of those initials. And Sharky got it correct. You have to give me the entire answer, because Heat of the Night, as you will know, does not have the IT in front of it. So Sharky scores 100. There is no penalty for missing, I will tell you that right now, because any points you earn, they will come off in the TKO round. All right, Sharky, you got In Heat of the Night correct. We now have Nobel for 100, Poetry for 100, or Games for 200. Which one would you like? And again, as it goes down the board, the topics are worth more. It'll be the same point total in each one. Hey, Frizz, how we doing tonight? Yeah, but when it was the movie, it was In the Heat of the Night. All right, Sharky, it is your choice. We're going to go for 100 for poetry. So here is the question. In addition to, and this is the title of it, In Memoriam AHH, this poet laureate under Queen Victoria also wrote The Lady of Shalott. I think I pronounced that one right. In addition to In Memoriam AHH, this poet laureate under Queen Victoria also wrote The Lady of Shalott. And here are the initials. We have JS, RF, or LAT. So again, one of those will be the correct initials. In addition to In Memoriam AHH. Okay, Envy. There we go. See, I didn't recognize that one. I recognized Smooth, I recognized Sharky, I recognized Ed's. I didn't recognize yours. So, in addition to In Memoriam AHH, this poet laureate under Queen Victoria also wrote The Lady of Shalott. And again, the initials to the answer are one of those three. So again, in addition to In Memoriam AHH, this poet laureate under Queen Victoria also wrote The Lady of Shalott. And again, we're looking for the poet laureate whose initials are defined by either JS, RF, or LAT. Correct, Turtle? Lord Alfred Tennyson. And that puts you in a tie with Sharky at the moment at 100 points. All right, Turtle, it is your choice. We have Nobel for 100, Government for 200, or Games for 200. Now, if you know it, Ed, just go ahead. Once I show the initials, you can call it out. If I were doing the full TKO thing, I would make you do the initials. Then I would call on you in case you picked the wrong initials. But I'm trying to speed it up a little. All right, Turtle wants Games for 200. And here is the question. For what program did Fu So Ya create a tool called Lunar Magic that allowed the game to be hacked? For what program did Fu So Ya create a tool called Lunar Magic that allowed this game to be hacked? And here are your initials. We have SMW, MW, or GT. And again, this is a 200-point question. For what program did Fu So Ya create a tool called Lunar Magic that allowed the game listed below to be hacked? Welcome back, Nine. You missed out. We're doing a closed run on the TKO game. This is one I think I got working from day one from the fix. I'm hoping. So far it's worked beautifully. All right, Turtle says it's SMW. It is SMW, Turtle. What is SMW? So Ed and Sharky, pay attention because you know the initials are SMW. Nerdy! Yeah, I was telling Show and a few others about you making the gradual move to YouTube, unlike me who just jumped in both feet. All right, Turtle. Correct. It is Super Mario World, which means you now have 300 points. And let me close out these initials. Yeah, I was telling everybody, make sure they watch you do the flip over to YouTube. All right, Turtle. We have 100 for Nobel, 200 for government, or 300 for Egypt. Which category would you like? All right, we're going to try it with the initials. So if you think you know when the initials come up, make sure you give me the initials first, and that's what I'll recognize as the person that gets to give me the guess. Like I said, that's why it's test night. I flip things around a little just to see what works and what doesn't work. Plus, I think the chat is fast enough that it'll work. All right, we're going to take Egypt for 300. So this is a 300-point question. What is the name given to the containers in which Egyptians would place the organs of an individual that was about to be mummified? What is the name given to the containers in which Egyptians would place the organs of an individual that was about to be mummified? And here are the initials. We have OTT, WSC, or CJ. And again, it's a 300-point question. What is the name given to the containers in which Egyptians would place the organs of an individual that was about to be mummified? Now you gotta give me the initials first, Sharky, for one of those three, whichever one of those three you think is correct. And they have very specific names, which I did not know. And the funny thing is, I watched The Mummy like a million times. I should have known this one. All right, Turtle says it is CJ. All right, Turtle, it is CJ. What does CJ stand for? Ed and Sharky, if he gets it wrong, you guys can jump in. And as you know, it's CJ. He's done half the battle for you. That is correct. It is canoptic jars. And that puts Turtle at 600 points. Yeah, always remember, give me the initials first after you see them, as soon as you see them. So if you give me the right initials, you get to guess at the answer. If you give me the wrong initials, you're out until somebody else got it. All right, Turtle. We have Nobel for 100, government for 200, and weapons for 400. Which one would you like to try? See, that's why you gotta always watch Hollywood movies. They get certain facts right. They actually called them canoptic jars in the movie. They didn't call them urns. They didn't call them vases. They actually called them canoptic jars, which surprised me. All right, Turtles is going with weapons for 400. He wants to run down that column. All right, here's the... Oh, let me get rid of the initials here. Here's the question. So again, if you know, once you think you know it, give me the initials first and I will call on you. What weapons manufacturer had a brother John who is said to have murdered a man, chopped up the body, and attempted to ship the parts to New Orleans in 1842? What weapons manufacturer had a brother John who is said to have murdered a man, chopped up the body, and then attempted to ship the parts to New Orleans in 1842? And here are the initials. We have JG, SC, and RU. So we are looking for a weapons manufacturer who had a brother John who is said to have murdered a man, chopped up the body, and then attempted to ship the parts to New Orleans in 1842. And I will be right back. Oh, I know where I put it. That's one more reason I'd move them. It is not RU, Ed, and Sharky. So Turtle, you know it is either JG or SC. Which one would you think it is? Nope, not. This one's closed. Like I said, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just that they jumped in to volunteer to be the participants in this closed test game. So don't think I'm ignoring you, because I'm definitely not. And while I'm doing that, oh, I know I was going to show you, Nerdy. Where'd he go? I know you're not a bobblehead guy. Well, Turtle gets first guess. You guys both went with RU first, so I got to give Turtle a chance to answer it. If you're still here, Nerdy, I thought you'd like the look of that one. That's one of the prizes for this coming week. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what the marble came from. I don't think the marble's supposed to be in there. I really don't. But say hi to Draco. And what I will do, make sure I put the cover back on the right way, is during each game, during prize week. All right, Turtle, you say it's SC. Who is, it is indeed SC, who is our weapons manufacturer, who had a brother named John, who is said to have murdered a man, chopped up the body, and attempted to ship the parts to New Orleans in 1842. Correct, it is Samuel Colt. John Colt was one sick man, that's all I'm going to say. Alright, Turtle is at 1,000. Everybody else playing catch up here. Alright, Turtle. We have Nobel for 100, Government for 200, and Bombs for 500. Now, maybe you can tell me this. That's one reason I'm glad you're here. I picked this one up for cheap, and I mean really cheap. He's called Mr. Carrasco. He is basically for some Japanese baseball team. And I can't find him online anywhere. I can find the Funko products. I can find the baseball team. I cannot find this bobblehead online. So I was hoping you and your geniusness in terms of toys and goodies knew anything about him. Because I have yet to figure out where he comes from. All I know is he's called Mr. Carrasco. Alright, 500. So we're going to try to clean out this category. Here is the question. Before the Manhattan Project, there was what failed project that attempted to build a hydrogen bomb feasible in the real world? Before the Manhattan Project, there was what failed project that attempted to build a hydrogen bomb feasible in the real world? I'm hoping so, because like I said, it's a Japanese thing. The guy I bought it from said he just happened to find it in his box of stuff. And he's like, $3, it's yours. And I'm like, I'll take it in a heartbeat. I think he's cool looking, I just can't figure out what he is. And here are the initials. We have TUP, PBR, and SRI. But yeah, like I said. And then, of course, like I said, this is the one I showed off earlier. Like I said, I don't need Pops. I got my Pop collection. I got Doctors 12, 13, and 4. But these guys, I really don't want to take him out. I'm not going to take him out of it. This is the Darkseid statuette. This is basically chess piece number 1. And like I said, let's see. This thing looks absolutely freaking amazing. I've already decided that I'm going back for more of these. And what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up buying some to give away on shows. And then I'm buying some for myself. Because I had Darkseid. And the best part was, they all came with their own little magazines to go with them. They are absolutely gorgeous, in my opinion. So yeah, you guys can have your Pops. I want these boys. Because there's Captain America. So it's like I'm actually giving it away, well, let me rephrase that. I'm likely giving away 2 of them next week. If I don't cheat and get to the other stuff first. But yeah, like I said, my prize shelves are actually filled. I got this bookshelf filled. I got the bar shelves filled with stuff. And it's all given away. So again, the question is, before the Manhattan Project, there was what failed project that attempted to build a hydrogen bomb feasible in the real world? And I don't see any guesses yet. I think they're stumped on this one. And then I got my Star Wars 3PO pop that's going out. There's got to be something in the movie. I got to figure out why they put the pink arm on him. So something's happening in the movie to his arm, I think. And then all my little prizes are spread out. Give you guys a couple more minutes on this one. Maybe another minute, 30 seconds, give or take. Before the Manhattan Project, there was what? Nope, it is not TUP. So Sharky and Turtle, you know one that is not. You got PBR and SRI. Which one do you think it is? But yeah, like I said, pretty much I was going to goof around today and show off some. I don't know. Like I said, I have no clue why the arm is pink. I have no clue. It is literally set like that on the pop and on the box. They basically gave him a pink arm. And I'm trying, I don't know why. Alright, Sharky is passing. Turtle, you can take a guess. You got to give me one of those two initials. And if you can give me the correct initial, you get a guess at the phrase. And then, like I said, there's always the low-end prizes. I got to figure out how I'm going to give these away. I shouldn't say low-end, but that end of the spectrum. All right, Turtle. We're waiting on you to take a guess. If you guess the initials wrong, then that question does not get answered. All right, no guess. It was actually, Niner had the right letters. It was PBR, and the project was known as Project Brass Ring. That was the original name of the nuclear bomb test. Or I should say the failed project. All right, Turtle. We're back to the remaining two columns. We have Nobel or government. Besides which, how can I spoil it when I haven't seen it yet? That one I haven't figured out. So, Turtle, do you want to go for Nobel or government? Trying to see what other stuff I got down here I can show off without getting up too far. Like Snake Eyes. I think I showed him off once already. I think. Alright, we're going to go for government. So this is for 200 points. Here is the question. What is the title given to the individual who presides over the United States Senate? What is the title given to the individual who presides over the United States Senate? And here are the initials. We have PPT, SOTH, or COS. What is the title given to the individual who presides over the United States Senate? What else do I have here that shows off? Or of course, the little stuff. Keep calm and party on! I think this one was actually still sitting there from the last time. We didn't get that far. Actually, I know that one was. Because I'm... Nope, it is not SOTH. Sharky, you are out until Turtle or Ed take a guess. Or I should say till Turtle and Ed guess. So Turtle and Ed, it's either PPT or COS. Either PPT or COS. It's between Turtle and Ed now. See, 9 knows it. I think 9 knows it already. Let's put it this way, 9. When I did the 24-hour stream, and I can't do that again. I think I went nuts. Counting prize value and shipping. Counting prize value and shipping, it was like $700 worth of stuff, give or take. I should say it was valued at $700 worth of stuff that I got for like ridiculously low prices. Because like I said, the Serenity, where is the Serenity shell? That's a good question. Where is my Serenity shell? That's what's missing. Where did I put the Serenity shell? Oh. Like I said, the lady that sold me this basically sold me two other things at the same time. The deal she gave me, I'm going to find it. She basically sold me the Serenity ship, the Yahtzee game. She sold me the 3D box for the Avengers. And she sold me Snake Eyes, pretty much for the price of that. She is a sweet little Russian lady. And she gets all sorts of stuff. So Turtle and Ed, we have PPT or COS. PPT or COS. We are looking for the title given to the individual who presides over the United States Senate. And Turtle comes in with PPT first, and it is PPT. Turtle, what are we looking for? And if you get it wrong, then Ed gets a guess at it. What does PPT stand for? Like I said, it's one way. I know people like getting free stuff. Correct, Turtle. President Pro Tem. Or I would have taken Pro Tem or Pro Tempore. Alright, Turtle. We have Nobel for 100 and alcohol for 300. Which one would you like? Like I said, that's the one thing that's still bugging me about the PSN line and the YouTube. Is like I said, I forget, I gotta get in front of the camera. I know these numbers over here are not matching up correctly. Because like I said, Tuesday it never got above 7 on the count, but I know I had at least like 9 or 10 people that were actually chatting on the line. Alright, we're going to go for alcohol for 3, and here is the question. This one I'll tell you is not an easy one. I don't know how it ended up at 300. What was the name of the supporter of Prohibition who was arrested dozens of times for destroying bars and taking hatchets to attack barrels of liquor in saloons? What was the name of the supporter of Prohibition who was arrested dozens of times for destroying bars and taking hatchets to attack the barrels of liquor in saloons? And here are the initials. We have MAM, DS, and CN. What was the name of the supporter of Prohibition who was arrested dozens of times for destroying bars and taking hatchets to attack barrels of liquor in saloons? Hey, Dave, what's a good word? And like I said, you guys can see tonight, my guest host is Gilbert. Actually, my grandmother-in-law found him in a box of her stuff, and she didn't know what to do with him, so she sent it to Bubbles, and Bubbles gave him to me to be a host or a guest host. So if you hear a voice, it's actually Dilbert talking. The only thing wrong with the Dilbert doll is you can actually see his mouth. For whatever reason, when they made him so you could see his mouth. And I have no idea why. So again, what was the name of the supporter of Prohibition? Alright, Turtle, it is CN. Who is the answer to the question? What was the name of the supporter of Prohibition who was arrested dozens of times for destroying bars and taking hatchets to attack barrels of liquor in saloons? Word is the bird. Nope. The eagle is the bird. Like I said, I'm having too much fun with the prizes. I'm having too much fun with the prizes, and I haven't even taken them out of the boxes and not taking them out of the boxes. So, Turtle, who is C? Correct. It is Carrie Nation. And that puts you at 1,500. And the other guys are getting shut out at the moment, or close to it. Alright, Turtle. It is your choice. We have 100 for Nobel or 400 for criminals. Which one would you like? Criminals for 400. And here is the question. What literary moniker did Ross Ulbricht use when he created the Amazon for Drugs website, Silk Road, which he even admitted was, and I quote, running a goddamn multi-million-dollar criminal enterprise? What literary moniker did Ross Ulbricht use when he created the Amazon for Drugs site Silk Road, which he even admitted was running a goddamn multi-million-dollar criminal enterprise? And I quoted it so you guys didn't accuse me of being foul-mouthed. And here are the initial choices. We have DPR, TWB, and HF. What literary moniker did Ross Ulbricht use when he created the Amazon for Drugs site Silk Road, which he even admitted was running a, quote, goddamn multi-million-dollar criminal enterprise? It is one of those three initials, or one of those three sets of initials, represents the literary moniker he used when he created Silk Road, which was basically a scam site for drugs. So what's the good word, Dave? You staying out of trouble today? Not. Let's see, what else can I bring up on over? See, and then there were like little prizes left over from last time. The Werewolves game. And what do I have here? Oh yeah, the Trail of Painted Ponies. And now see, if Laura was playing, I know Laura would like these. The Minions glasses. Dun, dun, dun. Don't move, Gilbert. But I think most of the prizes this time are Star Wars related. Actually, I'm pretty sure most of the good ones are Star Wars related. So again, what literary moniker did Ross Ulbright use when he created the Amazon for Drugs site Silk Road, which even he admitted was running a goddamn multi-million-dollar criminal enterprise? Is it DPR, TWB, or HF? Having too much fun with the toys. I should be ashamed of myself. See, it's a good thing I give these away because then Julie would have a hissy fit because I'd be like Nerdy's room and have stuff all spread out. I really would. She'd kill me if I did that. So again, what literary moniker did Ross Ulbright use when he created the Amazon for Drugs website Silk Road? Was it DPR, TWB, or HF? I'm going to give you guys another 45 seconds to come up with a choice on this one. And if not, we will call that answer a no-go and give Turtle the next choice again. What literary moniker did Ross Ulbright use when he created Silk Road? Sorry, the Amazon for Drugs website. All right, Ed, you got DPR. What does DPR stand for? What literary moniker does DPR stand for? So that's another good thing with the camera, with the screen there. You guys can't see me yawn when I actually get one. Although I know you guys can hear me when it happens. So Ed, what does DPR stand for? What literary moniker? See, you should have been here tonight and you would have had a shot to win the test game. And still had a chance for the vault, because I still do the vault on test games. That is correct, Ed. It is Dread Pirate Roberts. And that puts you on the board with 400. All right, Ed, it is your choice. We have Nobel for 100 or musicals for 500. Which one would you like? And like I said, the one thing I am going to do on prize week is basically if you win game number 1, for instance, and let's just assume I do 3 games in one night, I'll ask you to sit out game number 2 and give everybody else a chance to win something, and probably let you try to get back in on game number 3. The one thing I am considering is that I'm going to probably make everything qualifying type questions before the games. And as you guys know, when I do the qualifying questions, I either try to make them really hard to make sure you earn your shot in, or I make them really easy with a twist to them. I haven't decided which way I'm going to go yet when I do this. Alright, musicals. So this is a 500-point question. In what Kern and Hammerstein's musical do the residents of a small town use a herd of circus elephants to build an oil pipeline? Yes, that's the actual purpose of the musical. In what Kern and Hammerstein musical do the residents of a small town use a herd of circus elephants to help build an oil pipeline? And here are the initials. We have TMM, BB, or HWAH. And what I'll do after this round is done, I'm going to put the initial choice and answers on a timer. And basically what it'll be is after I show the initials, everybody's got 1 minute to pick one of those and get it in. And then after that, you get that and you're recognized. I'll do 1 more minute for the answer part. That's what I think I'm going to do for this. In what Kern and Hammerstein musical do the residents of a small town use a herd of circus elephants to help build an oil pipeline? Yup, it's an actual musical. In what Kern and Hammerstein musical do the residents of a small town use a herd of circus elephants who help build an oil pipeline? And we're going to go for, you guys got 1 minute from now to make a decision. So it's basically, somebody's got to give me an initial in a minute. Depends on how long it takes, 9. I'm probably going to do a quick open game of All-Star Blitz afterwards. Like I said, it just depends on how long it takes to get through this round and the next round. That's why I'm going to put the next round on a timer. Because I'm trying to get through a whole test game on this one to see if it works. Ow. So again, in what Kern and Hammerstein musical do the residents of a small town use a herd of circus elephants to help build an oil pipeline? Sharky passes. So Ed and Turtle, if you guys want to take a guess at the initials and the phrase. I'll give you guys another 25 seconds to make a decision. And if I don't see anything, I'll assume there's no answer. And we'll keep going. At least I'm hoping it's not lagging. That's what I'm hoping. Four, 3, 2, 1, 0. So we don't have an answer for that one. It was actually HWAH, called High, Wide, and Handsome. Yes, it's an actual musical by Hammerstein. Don't ask me where they came up with this idea from. Alright, so we're to the 100-point question for Nobel. And basically, I will read these off. After I read them off, you guys will have 1 minute to... To pick one of the initials, after I recognize you, you'll have 1 minute to give me the answer. So here is the Nobel question. This Nobel Peace Prize winner chaired the committee that authorized the CIA-backed coup of Salvador Allende in Chile. This Nobel Peace Prize winner chaired the committee that authorized the CIA-backed coup of Salvador Allende in Chile. And you have 1 minute to at least give me the initials. We have MA, HK, and RWE. This Nobel Peace Prize winner chaired the committee that authorized the CIA-backed coup of Salvador Allende in Chile. It's either MA, HK, or RWE. All right, Sharky, you said it's HK. Who is it that we are looking for? It is indeed HK, Sharky. Who is it? Correct. It is indeed Henry Kissinger. Backed it up, and you are at 200 points. And here is the next question. We have Pulitzers. And here is the question for you. Which newspaper won a Pulitzer for its printing of the Pentagon Papers? Which newspaper won a Pulitzer for its printing of the Pentagon Papers? And your initial choices are CT, NYT, or WP. You have 1 minute to give me the initials. Then once I recognize you, you have 1 minute to give me an answer. Which newspaper won a Pulitzer for its printing of the Pentagon Papers? CT, NYT, or WP? Nope, Sharky, it is not CT. Ed or Turtle, it is, you get a yes, NYT or WP. Test, test, test. You passed your test, Turtle. Again, which newspaper won a Pulitzer Prize for its printing of the Pentagon Papers? CT, NYT, or WP? Turtle or Ed? Twenty more seconds. Six, 5, 4, 3. Uh-oh, that's not good. Time is up. It wasn't going through? That's weird. It was actually the NYT, the New York Times. The CT is the Chicago Tribune, the WP was the Washington Post, but the correct answer was the New York Times. All right, the next question is literature. A poem in this novel asks how Father William can stand on his head and balance an eel on his nose. A poem in this novel asks how Father William can stand on his head and balance an eel on his nose. And you have 1 minute from now. AAIW, TGG, or TRDIAF. A poem in this novel asks how Father William can stand on his head and balance an eel on his nose. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out why the PSN network's having that kind of problem. Because like I said, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. A poem in this novel asks how Father Williams can stand on his head and balance an eel on his nose. Oh, come on, you don't read the classics, Sharky? And time is up again. Nope, it is not TRDIAF. I made that one completely up, believe it or not. It is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And I remember the TGG, I used The Great Gatsby. And I think I completely made up the last set of initials. I think. Because I was going to do Through the Looking Glass as one of them. And I was like, nah, I won't do that. Alright, here is the 400-point question for charity. Which charity was first created to help develop the polio vaccine? Which charity was first created to help develop the polio vaccine? And your timer will start as soon as I read these off. AI, RC, or MOD? AI, RC, or MOD? Which charity was first created to help develop the polio vaccine? AI, RC, or MOD? And no answer on this one either. It was actually, as 9 put, MOD. The March of Dimes was actually developed to fight the polio, or create the polio vaccine. All right, we're down to the last question of the round. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just the one round tonight. I'm going to save the other board so I can work with it some more, because I see some stuff I want to tweak a little. And we are looking for tragedies. So this is a tragedy. Linda Ham was singled out in the book Comcheck, stating that she did not allow high-quality images to be taken that could have prevented what 2003 tragedy. Linda Ham was singled out in the book Comcheck, stating that she did not allow high-quality images to be taken that could have prevented what 2003 event. And we're going to give it a second because I'm going to use the timer again. And your choices are CSSE, SOTT, or OIF. Linda Ham was singled out in the book Comcheck, stating that she did not allow high-quality images to be taken that could have prevented what 2003 tragedy? Bear with me 1 minute, guys. I gotta check something. Something wrong with my fish tank. Something is definitely wrong with my fish tank. Just started leaking again. Alright, no answer on that one. 9, you would have been correct again. It would have been CSSE, the Columbia Space Shuttle explosion. Occurred in 2003. And Linda Ham was singled out for not taking pictures of the O-rings. Alright, so with that, that's how the game is going to work once it's going. And basically, I am going to put it on a timer if I use this during prize week, because it will be a closed game. Now, here's how normally there will be 2 rounds, because there will be a lot more points than what's up here. Now, here's how the finals would work. It's the fish tank. For whatever reason, it's leaking and I can't find it. It's basically when this thing drains, I'm basically giving it to the wife and say, here, I'm done messing with it. I'm gonna get a new one. It just started leaking really bad all of a sudden, and I don't know why. That's why I got to step away again because I got to get the air pump before it burns up. Give me 1 minute, guys. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell. It just basically started leaking again. It's like I've been fighting this thing for like the past 3 weeks and I can't find it. Okay. That'll keep that down for now. Alright, this is how the bonus round will work. For instance, right now Turtle has 1,500. Ed has 400, Sharky has 200. Now I'm going to basically double those just as under the assumption of a second round was run. So right now, Turtle has 3,000, Ed has 800, and Sharky has 400 points. Now the principle is going to be basically the same thing. The difference is if you get the question right, the point total on the screen you get to remove from your opponent's score. So for instance, the next question is actually going to be worth, let's see what it shows, if it does 925 points. So I'm going to read off question 1. If, for instance, Sharky gets the question right, he can remove 925 points from Turtle, or he could remove 925 points from Ed. Alright? And the points are chosen at random. It's basically a number between 1 and 50 multiplied by, or between 36 and 50, I think, multiplied by 25 or something to that effect. So, here is the first point value. If you had answered it, because again, the initials don't get you the points, only the questions getting you the points now. So let's just say you had gotten every question right that you'd gotten the initials for. On the first round, I would say you would probably be at 3,400 right now. I'm guessing. Hey, Knight, how are we doing today? or tonight. All right, so here is the value of the first question. The first question is worth 625 points. And here is the question. In what play does a character burn a pair of shoes that has the University of Virginia logo after he walked in on his father having an affair with the woman in Boston? In what play does a character burn a pair of shoes that has the University of Virginia logo on them after walking in on his father having an affair with the woman in Boston? And your choices are OMAM, DOAS, or MB. So in what play, this is the name of the play, does a character burn a pair of shoes that has the University of Virginia logo on them after he walks in on his father? Hey, Kimber, how we doing? You gotta give me the initials first, Sharky. Initials first, then the answer. Because the initials may have like a V in front of them. And if there's a T in there in the front of it, you got to get the T correct in the answer. All right, DOAS, and you say it is, and I'm going to assume you get in the right order. Death of a salesman. So that means you can, Sharky, you can take 625 points off of Turtle's score, or 625 points off of Ed's score. Who would you like to remove the points from? You can't knock either of them out on this question, but you can put Ed in a danger zone. Or you can make Turtle feel bad for finally not getting a question right. How are things, Kimber? So would you like to remove the points from Ed or Turtle? All right, Turtle loses 625 points. Put him at 2375. So he's still got a ways to go. Hi, hon.
Hi.
Your garden moved again. It's like it's shifting. All right, here is the next point value. And it's an 1,100 point question, so if Turtle gets it, he's knocking somebody out.
Maybe we're having earthquakes.
What was used by Google in an attempt to deliver Wi-Fi over a 40-kilometer radius in the project known as Google Loons, and this was to be originally tested in Sri Lanka? What was used by Google in an attempt to deliver Wi-Fi over a 40-kilometer radius in the project known as Google Loons that was tested in was going to be tested in Sri Lanka? And your initial options are HAB, S, or JA. Yeah, I know. We missed having you around, Kimber, because Emery's has been winning too many. Dan's been winning too many. Surf's been winning too many. But yeah, we missed having you around for the fun. What was used by Google during the project Google Loons that was originally supposed to be tested in Sri Lanka? And it was going to use these to deliver Wi-Fi over a 40-kilometer radius. Sharky is passing. Ed or Turtle, do you want to take a guess? Again, if you guess, you're not losing anything. You're just basically trying to get in there and steal their points. We have HAB, S, and JA. So what do you got him learning, Kimber? That's the question. You got him taking German or French or Latin or what? Or civil engineering? Give you guys a couple more seconds on this one. What was used in Project Google Loons that was to be tested in Sri Lanka that was supposed to deliver? All right, Turtle, you say HAB. What is HAB? I will tell you that is correct. You have 1 minute to tell me what HAB stands for. Now, see, if we were doing this in the studio, you'd have about 5 seconds to tell me what HAB stands for. But I'm a generous person. And Dilbert's giving me the evil eye, saying, you better be nice.
Well, Dilbert does have a smile.
I told you he does. He's not supposed to. That is correct. It is indeed high altitude balloons. All right, Turtle. You can either knock Ed out or you can knock Sharky out. Who are you going to chop out?
That's a crazy way to spell high.
Yeah, it is a crazy way to spell high, but I know what he meant. Yep, believe it or not, Project Google Loons was an attempt by Google to use high-altitude balloons over Sri Lanka to deliver Wi-Fi over a 40-kilometer radius. Don't ask me how they thought it was going to work. I have no clue. Let's see, the Old Testament I could pass, the biology I could pass, the Latin 2 I would bomb on, the Algebra 2 I could do, and the British Lit I could do.
I cried during Latin 2.
You could do the Latin 2?
I took Latin 2.
Oh, that's right, you did take Latin 2. They never offered that to us in high school.
Yeah, they offered, let's see.
Oh, and Sharky? If I had the sound effects, or wait, do I have the sound effects? I gotta see if I got the right sound effect.
The languages that they offered were, of course, French, Spanish. I think they offered German, also had Russian, Latin.
Sharky, you have been knocked out of the game. 1,100 points takes your 400 down to 0, and you have been TKO'd.
I'm trying to remember if they offered any Eastern languages.
Yeah, but you went to a math and science school, so I expected them to. All right. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Did I count? Wait. I gotta count that. That's like 8 classes.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Our
5.
son's taking.
Yes, 6, 7, 8.
Or is Kimber taking those 3?
No, she homeschools her kids.
Oh, okay.
That's like 8 classes.
Yeah. That's doable.
I don't even know any college kids that take 8 classes when they're doing their doctorates.
In a year?
In a year.
Yeah. You take half of them part of the year, the other half the other part.
All right, if you say so.
And
All right, we are down to Turtle and Ed. Ed, you realize you're only at 800, so the wrong point value comes up. You could be taken out. Here is the next question value. The next question is worth 1,000 points. So Ed, you got to get this, because if Turtle gets it, you're out, and Turtle wins the game.
Oh no!
The protagonist of this poem fails a challenge to stay awake for a week, and he is shown one loaf of bread for each day he slept. I'm not even sure what that means. That's the way the question came out from the writings. The protagonist of this poem fails a challenge to stay awake for a week and is shown one loaf of bread for each day he slept. And your letter choices are EOG, TOKA, and LOH. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because I'm trying to think if I had to take any extra. No, because I didn't. They didn't give me the choice. So I was basically stuck with what they gave me in school, which was basically because I skipped study hall 7 classes. I didn't take study hall. Of course, I took ROTC, so that was my study hall, so to speak. Who is my favorite YouTuber? Personally, God, see, that's hard to say because my YouTube viewing is limited. I watch people that broadcast game shows, and I watch some political stuff. I'll say just for laughs, the Quebecy guys. They're like a practical joke YouTube. Some of them are really bad. But yeah, I'll say just for laughs would probably be my favorite non-political, non-game show YouTuber. That'd be my favorite, I think. So the protagonist of this poem fails a challenge to stay awake for a week and is shown one loaf of bread for each day he slept. The choices are EOG, TOKA, and LOH. Alright, Turtle, you say it's EOG. What is the name of the poem? So that's what we are looking for, the protagonist of this poem. What is the name of the poem? Yep, just for laugh. My favorite one has to be... I love the soccer ball one they did. No, the fish tank in the aquarium. The fish tank in the aquarium had me rolling. Alright, Turtle, what is EOG? And if you get it right, you are the winner of the game. Well, just look at it this way. You're learning stuff while he's learning it, Kimber. That's usually the good thing. That is correct. It is the Epic of Gilgamesh. The Epic of Gilgamesh. And with that, since there's only one person to take the points from, Ed, you have been TKO'd. Where's my applause button? And that means Turtle has won our test game. Oh, wait, wrong one. Congratulations, Turtle. You have won the shortened test version of TKO. So like I said, the one thing I do know I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to do it for a lot of the games during the prize week, is we're going to put timers on the questions. See, the scary part is now you're going to be able to curse at me in Latin, and I'm not going to be able to know it. So, Turtle, we're going to pull up the vault for you. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta... And I've already got the 3 questions chosen out.
I probably am botching it up, but I think one of my friends that took Latin when a little she went a little study happy.
Mm-hmm.
And so she started making a song that had the words Interfaki Magister,
Mm-hmm.
which was pretty much die teacher die.
You heard her. So you better watch him, Kimber, just in case he starts using that phrase.
Although it's probably improper Latin, but it was something along those lines. What?
All right, Turtle. You know the rules on the 3 questions. All right, here it goes. I'm going to read you 3 questions. I'm going to read them to you twice. I'm not going to repeat them. After I've read it to you twice, you'll have 90 seconds to give me all 3 answers in order. Okay? And this is about Adam Smith and a book that he wrote. He wrote a book called A Theory of Blank Sediments. To complete the title, you have to give me the term that describes the people, the term that describes the principles on which people base their judgments. A system of ethics may be based on this concept. So name the term that describes the principles on which people base their judgments. A system of ethics may be based on this concept. Question number 2. This American psychologist proposed 6 stages of the previous question's development based on the work of Jean Piaget. He created the Heinz dilemma, in which Heinz must decide whether to steal an unaffordable drug to save his wife. So I need to know the American psychologist that created the Heinz dilemma, in which Heinz must decide whether or not to steal an unaffordable cancer drug to save his wife. And question number 3. The last 2 stages of his theory are given this term. This level includes social contract and universal-based principles. So again, those are the questions. I'm going to read them to you one more time because they're a little wordy.
Little?
Yep. Name the term that describes the principles on which people base their judgment. A system of ethics may be based on this concept. That's number 1.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. That was number 2.
No, that was number 1. This American psychologist proposed 6 stages of number 1's answer based on the work of Jean Piaget. He created the Heinz dilemma, in which Heinz must decide whether or not to steal an unaffordable cancer drug to save his wife. So I need the American psychologist's name. The last 2 stages of that psychologist's theory are given this term and is based on the level that includes social contract and universal-based principles of the answer to number 1. So there's a lot of loopy questions in this one. So you have 90 seconds from now to give me those 3 answers, Turtle. I know. Sometimes that's the way they come out. It's just whatever set of questions I'm on. Because Emery's got the world's easiest question. Because I just go through it and it's like, all right, here's question 13 with three questions and answers. And it was like 3 questions on, what was it, Mark Twain, I think?
Yeah.
And they were easy as could be.
Now, this one, for some reason, I thought the first one was about...
That was The Clue, was the name of the book.
Okay.
That was The Clue.
Okay.
Because it was so wordy, I threw the clue in there. But I didn't repeat the clue.
That's where I thought that was part of question 1.
Nope. Well, officially it could have been, but it wasn't.
I don't know if I can even remember the questions.
Well, see, that's the hard part, because I don't repeat the questions after the second reading.
Mm-hmm.
I never do. I've never done it. And that's the one part I don't do. All right, Turtle, your time is up. I need your 3 answers now. And let me get to the vault. Da-da-da-da-da. Go in bed? I know.
Swimming put me in a nice mood to
Exhausted
go to sleep.
mood?
Yeah. It worked me out.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, it was relaxing.
That's what I said, I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm. And have that good soreness. Oh, Turtle, where are you?
I don't know. Time's up, Turtle.
Turtle.
Give him the 90 seconds. Okay, there we go. I will give you number 2. Let me see if number 3 is right. Let me make sure. Nope, number 3 is not right. Lawrence Kohlberg indeed do the Heinz dilemma. The term that describes the principles on which people base their judgment. And the first clue I'd given you about Adam Smith had written a book on it was morals or morality. And the last two stages of Kohlberg's theories are given the term post-conventional. So you got number 2 right, which means you got 1 question out of the 3 right, which means you get to remove 2 numbers off the board. So, in this case, as is now on the vault, I'm going to give you the choice of which 2 rows you would like to remove a number from. You can only remove 1 number from each particular row. So again, we have row 1 at the top, 2, 3, and 4.
Black, blue, white, and green?
Yeah, black, blue, white, and green.
$12 seconds.
Yeah, I know. It's like 12 seconds, give or take. I'm still laughing at the don't teach him that. He'll start singing it. That's just the way it comes up, Turtle. I promise. I just go through and I'm like, I get to this. Which two rows would you like to take a number off of? Kimber says hi, Bubbles.
Hi, Kimber.
You can sneak in and say hi.
No.
You basically have about this much of a window though.
I know. That's your window.
Oh, it's Gilbert's window.
Oh, it's Silver's window. Black and green.
All right, we're going to take 1 number off the black row And we're going to take this number off the black row. And we're going to take the 0 off the green row. All right, Turtle. What 4-digit combination do you want to try that you think will open the vault?
1111.
I almost put one like that one day. And I said, no, I better not do that. But yeah, I figure with all this stuff here now, can't see the board, I'm using the computer to do it.
That makes sense. That would be evil.
No, I had an evil one in mind once. It was like 0004 or something like that. But I decided not to do it.
That's kind of like a true false test with all of the answers true except for one that's false.
Yep.
Kimber doesn't do that to her lovely bunch of hooligans, does she?
4685 is 4685 our combination to the vault? And does Turtle win the prize behind the vault? Nope, not this time, Turtle, which means it is still open. And the good news is, guys, that means... Give me 1 minute while I go hide one more object here when I find it.
Okay.
Alright, love you, Bubbles.
Love you too. I think it's the seal at the bottom on the back side.
I don't think it is. I think it's your... Because, like I said, I pushed it forward because it was actually dripping from underneath again. As basically your pump started working and started pushing water through, and as soon as it started pushing water through, it started dripping down the back.
Huh.
This is what I think it's your hydroponic garden is doing it. Which kind of means I have no idea if that last fish is going to survive.
Well, it's a schooling fish, so...
Alright, guys.
Well,
as promised, we were going to run 2 games tonight. So that means you guys will get one more chance at the vault this evening. Let me get this saved. So it's out of the way. Nope, Kimber. Actually, if you will notice at the bottom, Prize Week starts this Saturday. I am not doing a 24-hour stream this time. All those prizes you saw on my Instagram account, I am going to start giving them out starting on Saturday. And basically what it's going to be is basically I'll probably run, because I'm basically, my vacation starts Friday after I leave the office. I am going to run 2 or 3 games every day starting Saturday night after Doctor Who, so 9:30 on Saturday. Every other day it'll be basically as soon as I get done watching Nerdy on Mondays and Wednesdays, which usually means 8 o'clock. Tuesday, Thursday, and next Saturday, same routine. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8. Next Friday is bowling night, so that'll be the only day that I won't have a prize stream. And all those little pictures you saw on the Instagram account are various prizes that will go out every day starting Saturday night. So Saturday night there will be a show that starts about 9:30. Sunday there will be a show that will probably start about 8. Monday will start almost immediately after I get done watching Nerdy show. Tuesday will be 8. Wednesday will probably be after watching Nerdy, unless I'm doing something. Thursday 8. Friday won't. Then Saturday and Sunday there will be. Saturday at 9:30, Sunday 8 o'clock, give or take. So I am going to be spending a lot of time tomorrow, Thursday, and early Saturday getting some last minute games, some of the games put back together. Because I realized I'm out of Scrabble games. I've used them all up. I didn't realize it. I I spent forever today getting another great getaway game going. It took forever to get that done. I got a few Jeopardy ones put together. I got a few All-Star ones put together. I got a couple of blockbusters, I think, still put together that I'm going to use. But the idea is 2 to 3 games a night. So there will be at least 2 prizes going out every day. That's the plan. If there is no participation on the channel, there will be no games. There will be no prizes. And about the only rule I will have is if you win one game one day, you can't compete in the second or third game on the same day. You can come back the next day for the prize. But that's the way I'm looking at it right now. If I don't do qualification. The other thing I am going to do is basically every game will be a qualifying game. Basically, you have to qualify to compete in the Jeopardy game. You have to qualify to compete in the All-Star game. You have to qualify to compete in the Blockbusters game, so on and so forth. The general idea is I want to give as many people a chance to try to get into the games as possible. And like I said, if I have a broadcast that runs for 6 hours, say Saturday night into Sunday, I'll run a 6-hour stream Saturday night into Sunday. If I have a stream that runs 2 hours Monday night into Tuesday, it'll only be a 2-hour stream. Like I said, the goal is 7 days, so at least 14 prizes, with one of those games being the list, so there will be 10 prizes on that one. That's the goal, that's the plan. Whether or not it works will remain to be seen. Again, so if you guys know anybody that likes game shows, if you want a chance to win the prizes, you got to have them be here and have them participating in the chat on the stream for it to work. Sharky, no, it's basically, she did a good job building her little mini garden. The problem is, it's like it keeps shifting. If I move anything on the table, it shifts back and forth. And the moment it shifts back is like the hose pours the water into the fish tank or the pot, and the plastic leaks back behind the tank. And it's basically, I killed about 20 fish because I couldn't figure out where the leak was coming from. And then it's like for the past 3 days, it hadn't leaked, and then today it just started dropping, and I finally figured out it's her pump that was doing it. Well, her pump wasn't working, the fish tank was full. Her pump started working and pushing stuff out the hose. All of a sudden, all the water started disappearing. So, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with her garden. I really am. Alright, guys. No, but you can talk to whoever wins and see if they want to swap. Because basically, what I will probably do is basically say, okay, here's game 1, and I'm just going to pick 2 items right now. These are not going to be them because this one's already set up for something. And basically say, all right, Turtle, you win this game. You get your choice of one of those 2. And then the big games will be one specific prize that are set up. Because I will guarantee you right now, and I will just show you because I know this game takes forever to run. When the link game goes through, for instance, the link game will have 1 prize and 1 prize only. It's basically, when you see 1 prize up there, you guys know this is a planned big game. For instance, I'm trying to think of which ones are going to be the big ones. The greed will be one of the big ones, because that one is basically either one person wins or nobody wins. The link will be a big one. I gotta look at my list of what I got. to see what happens. Let me look at my list real quick, and then I'll pull up this All-Star game. The weakest link is a big one. That one I do remember is a big one because that one takes a while. Although I am going to put it on a timer so we'll see what difference that makes. Give me 1 minute. I got to look at my list here real quick to see remember which ones are the big ones. Greed, $1 million. Greed, Joker's Wild. I want to say Greed, Joker's Wild, Cash Cab, Weakest Link, and I can't remember which other one I had planned for a big one. But I know those, and I think Concentration. I think those will be the big five. I think. I have to put I got to put the list together on Saturday. Sharky, if you win the prizes, I can either be reached on the PSN messaging system or through my Gmail account, which I will post somewhere up here at some point during prize week with the information that I will need. But basically what it is basically I need real name and address, and that's basically all I ask for. And then once I send the stuff out, I basically throw the message away so you guys know I'm not keeping it for anything in particular. Alright, like I said, I was hoping the TKO one was working 100%, which is close. I just have to get used to the timing on it. So that one might sneak in. I gotta redo the entire first board because we got through it, and remove some of the questions on the second board. Like I said, I have to pick which games are going to be the primary big prize winners. And like I said, if I get enough people, it could be something as simple as like the Hollywood Squares gets it as a tournament. For instance, if I get enough people, if we got like 16 people, for instance, and that's a big if, that's basically 8, 12, 15 games to decide a winner. And I know that will take a while. Alright, let me get the show up on the road here, as we're going to run with one game of All-Star Blitz to wrap up the evening. And I basically cut the board down in size a little bit for this. So rather than 15 questions to complete this, it's a maximum of 12. Because I went back and looked at the game show itself, and I sat there and I was trying to figure out why it was taking longer for me to get through a board than what it was taking on the show. And all of a sudden I realized I've got 5 columns of numbers, whereas the game only has 4 columns of numbers. So it was like, I don't know why I missed that completely. And so it only takes basically 6 blocks to reveal all the answers. And the reason this got changed had something to do with the fact that somebody was trying to basically reveal everything but 2 numbers at once. And it basically spoiled the fun. It really did. Alright, Sharky, as you were the first man eliminated in the first game, I'm going to give you the choice of the first question number for the All-Star Blitz game. So again, pick any number between 1 and 12, and we will reveal the question. First person that gives me the answer will get control of the next of the board. As long as it doesn't reveal a square, you just basically pick the next number and we keep going. The moment you reveal a square, some letters will appear and you get one guess at the phrase. My recommendation is guess at the phrase even if you don't know it. Because if you happen to get it right and win, you get a shot at the vault. Alright, Sharky. So again, we have numbers from 1 to 12. What number would you like to choose first? Number 7. And here is the question. What color do polar bears appear as? Wait a minute, something's not right. Hold on. Wait a minute, I want to check something. This may not be the right board. Oh, it is the right board. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out why it had that in the wrong spot. I think it's the fact that I took some questions out and I haven't changed them yet. What color do polar bears' fur appear when they are kept in warm, humid conditions? What color do polar bears' fur appear to be when they are kept in warm, humid conditions? Oh, and since you weren't here, Kimber, and I have fun showing these things off, I show off some of the new prizes that are coming out. This is like one of my favorite goofy ones. This is basically a Japanese duck mascot for a Japanese baseball team. For the Rakuten Eagles. And then let's see, what else did we have? Then we have Draco. He is basically a bobblehead dragon. Nope, Sharky, it is not brown. Let's see, what else did we have? We had the painted ponies. Oops. The painted ponies, and basically it's like a little miniature horse that's been sculpture artwork that has been crafted. What else was I showing off today? Mr. C3PO, the pop. So again, folks, we are looking for what color do polar bears' fur appear to be in warm, humid conditions? Nope, it is not yellow, turtle. And then I think I put all the other good ones over in the bar, on the bar shelves. But yeah, like I said, guys, I've got the whole shelf system stocked and loaded. From everything from Star Wars stuff, which there's a lot of, to Minions and miscellaneous and silly stuff. So what color do polar bears' fur appear to be in warm, humid conditions? Nope, it is not black either, Turtle. Correct, Sharky. They appear to be green in warm conditions. Believe it or not, their fur is actually quote-unquote transparent. So what you actually see is the green algae that's on their skin. All right, no boxes have been cleared yet. So Sharky, it is your choice. Where do we go next? So again, any number between 1 and 12, and 7 has now been taken off the board. Number 9. All right, here is the question. Reed Hastings started Netflix after he had earned $40 in what? Reed Hastings had started Netflix after he had $40 in what? Pardon me. And I'm going to step out of the camera a minute. I am dying of thirst. And I have to stay away from alcohol because I have to get up early in the morning. Nope, it is not $40 in change. Reed Hastings started Netflix after he had $40 in what? Correct, Turtle. He actually had $40 in VHS rental late fees, at which point he decided to create Netflix. It's amazing what capitalism will do for somebody when they really think about it. All right, Turtle. As no boxes have been uncovered yet, Turtle, it is your choice. Where would you like to go? Number 6. And here is question number 6. Who was made an honorary Harlem Globetrotter in the year 2000? Who was made an honorary Harlem Globetrotter in the year 2000? You know what I just realized? Where did I put my Vita? Oh, I know where I put it. I put it over there. Duh. Who was made an honorary Harlem Globetrotter in the year 2000? So we are looking for the individual who in the year 2000 was named an honorary member of the Harlem Globetrotters. See, I didn't even know the Harlem Globetrotters actually drafted for people. And basically what they do is they draft up to six people. Correct, Turtle. It was indeed Pope John Paul II. He was made an honorary Globetrotter in 2000. But yeah, I didn't know this. They actually draft 6 people every year for the Harlem Globetrotters. The first 3 or 4 are actual legitimate people they want to give a shot to be a Globetrotter. And it's usually like 3 to 4 legitimate college players that didn't make it on the NBA draft. Then they draft number 5, who is usually some athlete from around the world. They have actually drafted Usain Bolt, Mariano Rivera, Tim Howard from the U.S. soccer team, Ronaldo from the South American soccer team, and I forget the other one that was just way out there. And then they pick somebody. John Paul II was chosen one year. Jay-Z, I think, was chosen one year. And so on and so forth. I would actually have to go find the entire list again, but it was actually pretty funny how they do it. All right, Turtle. It is your choice. Where would you like to go next? Number 10. All right, here is question number 10. What Mexican soup is made of tripe and is regarded as the ultimate hangover cure? What Mexican soup is made from tripe and is regarded as an ultimate hangover cure? I don't know that soup. What Mexican soup is made of tripe and is regarded as an ultimate hangover cure? Correct. Is actually menudo soup, which makes me wonder if that's how the band got their name. Because after hearing them, you're going to want a lot to drink, I think. All right, Turtle. If you take number 5, we will be revealing a box. If you take number 11, we will be revealing a box. Poor band. No, God, they were like the first boy band that I ever hated. Number 5. And here is the question. Sort of. Mary Surratt was the first female who on July 7th, 1865 was what? Mary Surratt was the first female who on July 7th, 1865 was what? Oh, I remember why the questions don't match up, because I was changing questions around in case I had it as a where if I had 4 players underneath, they could make ridiculously silly answers if they wanted. Mary Surratt was the first female who on July 7th, 1865 was what? Nope, not a voter. You gotta know your American history for this one. Mary Surratt was the first female who on July 7th, 1865 was what? I will tell you she was a big part of history. prior to this date. But on this date, she was the first female who was what? Mary Surratt was the first female who on July 7th, 1865 was what? Think about the year. She was involved in something. Correct, Turtle. She was the first female executed in the United States. She was the female conspirator in the Abraham Lincoln assassination. So she was executed almost a year to the date of the assassination, I think. If I have my timeline right. Alright, Turtle, we're going to reveal the first letters. And we have the letters H-A-S. So can you tell me what our secret phrase is? And again, the phrase can be any number of words from 1 to 6,000, if I could fit 6,000 words in there. So again, it's not necessarily one word under there. It could be like HAS starts a word. It could be the word. I will tell you that I do not break the... We do know that HAS at least starts a word. Because it's basically, I do not break words across the lines. I has a sandwich. Nope, that is not what we're looking for. Alright, Turtle, which box would you like to try next? Or I should say, which number would you like to try next? You has a sandwich and I is hungry. I'm still wondering what that marble is for. That's the part. Yeah. Oh, I see what the marble is for. I was sitting there trying to figure that out. And I'm like, look at the box, silly. Now I know what the marble is for. Alright, number 11. And here is the question. The fossils of which dinosaur discovered in 1824 are believed to be the first that were ever found? The fossils of which dinosaur discovered in 1824 are believed to be the first to have ever been discovered? So I'm looking for the specific dinosaur. fossils of which dinosaur, discovered in 1824, are believed to have been the first ever found? No, man, that's like a little weird for me to word that trivia question that way. I want a dinosaur sandwich now. Correct, Turtle. The Megalosaurus. They believe that the Megalosaurus was the first dinosaur fossils ever uncovered. All right, and as such, we are going to reveal the next box for you, Turtle. His. So either it is hashish or has his or hashish. So what is the phrase that we are looking for? That's right. I'm surprised mine hasn't errored out on my PC. I really am. Trying to see how far behind it is. Well, it's not that far behind. So, Turtle, we are looking for our phrase. Do you know what our phrase is yet? I've been waiting. I've been waiting for somebody to use that one word tonight. Nope, it is not a general has his shup up. Shouldn't be like a game show host has his shup up. See, that's the funny thing. It's like everybody's got the in joke and nobody uses it. All right, Dirk. Which question would you like next? No, you got to get a question right before you can take a guess, Sharky. That's the one rule. You can't guess at the phrase unless you control the board. And to control the board, you got to answer a question right that reveals a box. Number 2. All right, and here is our question. According to medical practitioners, what is arguably the strongest muscle in the human body? According to medical practitioners, what is arguably the strongest muscle in the human body? I was going to say, this is one of those nights where you should be glad Emery's not here, because I think Emery's would know this one in a heartbeat. I think. So according to medical personnel, what is arguably the strongest muscle in the human body? Correct, Turtle. According to medical practitioners, the tongue is the strongest one in the human body. And we do not reveal a box yet because we have not unlocked all 4 corners. Which one would you like to try now, Turtle? Number 1. All right. So this is going to reveal a letter. So you need to answer the question to get control of this. The Bomer family is said to be the largest individual family where all the members were what? The Bomer family is said to be the largest individual family where all the members are what? I should say what occupation. I will tell you that right now. The Bomer family is said to be the largest individual family where all the members of the family are what occupation? Correct. The Bomer family is said to be the largest individual family where all their members are jugglers. All right, Turtle. We're going to reveal the next box for you. And it has an E. So can you complete our phrase? E something has his something. Everyone has his port. Nope, that is not what we are looking for. All right, Turtle, that is not the phrase of the game. So you get to choose the next number that you would like to have revealed. We're down to 3, 4, 8, and 12. Number 3. And here is the next question on the board. What body in space is translated to English as wanderer? What body in space is translated to English as wanderer? Should say, what celestial body in English translates to wanderer? What celestial body, when translated to English, means wanderer? Correct again, Turtle. It is indeed planet. The word planet translates from Greek, I think it's Greek, to the term wanderer in English. And we're going to reveal the next words or letters. And we have very. So e-very or every or e-very could be blank has his blank. E-very blank has his blank. I just like doing that every so often, peeking out so you guys know I'm here. Every blank has his blank. Nope, it is not everybody has his day. All right. So, would you like number 4, number 8, or number 12? See, Sharky, I know what Sharky's doing. He's making you do all the work, then he's going to jump in as soon as he knows the phrase. I think that's what Sharky's doing. Every blank has his blank. And we are down to questions 4, 8, and 12. Which one would you like, Turtle? All right, number 12. When you combine a question mark, okay. I think my typing got hosed. I know what this says though. When you combine a question mark with an exclamation mark, as in question mark, exclamation mark, what is this punctuation mark called? So when you combine a question mark with an exclamation mark, what do you get as a result? What is the punctuation mark that results? I think I had typo fingers on that one. I have no idea how I did that though. When you combine a question mark with an with an exclamation point into a single punctuation mark, what is the combination of those two punctuation marks called? Or what do you get as a result? When you combine a question mark and an exclamation mark, you get a single punctuation. What do you call that punctuation mark you get as a result? Or maybe I was drunk when I was typing that question. No, I'd seriously doubt that. Because most likely I was typing this while I was in the office. Most likely. So when you combine a question mark with an exclamation point, what punctuation mark do you get as a result? And yes, it has an actual name. When you combine a question mark with an exclamation mark, you end up with a new punctuation symbol, which is basically one followed by the other. What is this punctuation called? So we are looking for the punctuation mark you get when you combine a question mark with an exclamation point. It results in a new punctuation, which basically looks like question mark, exclamation point. What is this punctuation mark called? Nope, it is not a colon, turtle. It actually has a word name to it. When you combine a question mark with an exclamation point, you get a new punctuation mark. It's basically question mark, exclamation point in order. What is the name given to that combination of characters? I'll give that one to you, turtle. It's actually called an interrobang. Interrobang. All right. No reveal yet on that one. So would you like number 4 or number 8, turtle? I had a feeling that's where you were going. I just had a hunch. Alright, here is the question. An Australian team used over 3,604 cups of coffee and 564 pints of milk to make a replica of the Mona Lisa. What did they call their replica? An Australian team used over 3,604 cups of coffee and 564 pints of milk to make a replica of the Mona Lisa. What did they call their replica? See, I knew Sharky was biding his time. I knew it. He's going to give you number 4 and then steal the puzzle on number 8. I could see it coming. An Australian team used over 3,604 cups of coffee and 564 pints of milk to make a replica of the Mona Lisa. What did they call the replica? Makes me wondering which question is left. Oh, it's an easy one that's left. Nope, not twiddling mustache. Besides which, I shaved my mustache off. I can't twiddle it anymore. An Australian team used over 3,604 cups of coffee and 564 pints of milk to make a replica of the Mona Lisa. What did they call this replica? Damn, I'm still dying of thirst. Ugh. And me promising not to drink any booze tonight. It's killing me. That's what's killing me. No booze tonight. Correct, Sharky. It was actually... give me a moment. My mouse kind of froze up. There it went. It was known as the Mocha Lisa. Alright, no boxes revealed, which means this question will literally reveal the puzzle. What organization's logo consisted of a candle behind barbed wire? Whoever gets this right basically gets to read off the board. And you got to get the spelling right. Which organization's logo consisted of a candle behind barbed wire? I needed that. And again, whoever gets this right basically gets the last two boxes revealed for them. And basically all you got to do is read the board to get a shot at the vault. Correct, Sharky. It was indeed Amnesty International. And that means we reveal the last two boxes. Alright, Sharky. To get a shot at the vault and the three questions and a shot at the vault, what is our phrase? Told you, Sharky just waited till the last minute and then snuck in and stole it back. Every dog has his day. Where is... He made Turtle do all the work and prayed he got it wrong on every guess. Indeed it is. Every dog has his day, and Sharky has taken the All-Star Blitz War tonight. So let's see what three questions Sharky gets for the vault. Ah, don't close, you... Why'd you close? Why did you close? You weren't supposed to close. Oh, give me a second. My computer has hit its snag. There we go. Alright, give me 1 minute while I get the questions up here. Oh, you have got to... I think Turtle's going to shoot me in a minute. I really do. Well, maybe not. We shall see. All right. I'm going to give you your hint for these 3 questions first. The first question is going to involve a poem. The next 2 questions after it will relate to that poem. And the third question will relate to the second question, Sharky. All right. In this poem, I'm going to read the questions twice. And after I read them the second time, I will start the 90-second timer. You got 90 seconds to think about it. And then as quickly as you can after that, preferably no more than 30 seconds, you have to give me your answers. All right? In this poem, the title character is seen sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas and is proclaimed a thing of evil. In the same poem, the narrator, weak and weary, implores the title character to return to the knight's Plutonian shore. The poet that wrote said poem also wrote the short stories The Purloined Letter and The Spectacles. And in the short story of revenge written by this poet, Montresor tricks and traps Fortunato, a wine connoisseur, within a cold, deep labyrinth family crypt. All right, so again, question number 1. We are looking for the poem in which the title character sits upon the pallid bust of Pallas and is proclaimed a thing of evil. The narrator, weak and weary, implores the title character to return to Knight's Plutonian shore. The poet that wrote said poem also wrote the short stories The Purloined Letter and The Spectacles. And in another short story of revenge written by this same author, Mortimer tricks and traps Fortunato, a wine connoisseur, within a cold, deep, labyrinthine family crypt. So again, I need those 3 answers. It just so happened that was next on the list behind the ones I gave you earlier, Turtle. Oh yeah, I know. I screwed up the date when I was writing up the title, because I was basically kind of I did the little quick pre-video, and then I flipped it back over and I just forgot to change it. I forgot to change the date. I do an edit afterwards anyway. I always do an edit after the broadcast on the videos. Once it starts, so I can't stop it and change it until after it's done and after it's processed. Wow. You got number 2, but number 1, The Murder of the Rue Morgue, was not the poem. The poem we were looking for was The Raven. The raven sits on the pallid bust of pallets and is proclaimed a thing of evil. The narrator says he is weak and weary and implores the title character to return to Night Plutonium Shore. Nevermore. Number 1 was actually The Raven. And number 3, Count of Monte Cristo would have been good, except that he was not trapped in the family crypt. Montresor trapped Fortunato in the family crypt in the cask of Amontillado. You had the right author, wrong 2 stories. Alright, but that still does mean we take 2 numbers off the board. Alright, you get 1 off for getting the game, Sharky, and you get 1 off for getting the name of the author. So which of those 4 rows, again we have brown, blue, white, and green. Which of those 4 rows would you like to take 2 numbers off of? Again, we'll take 1 number off of 1 row and 1 number off of another row. Me hiding? I'm not hiding. No, actually I changed things up because I wanted people to be able to see the screen better. A, because I'm putting the vault up on the screens as well. But I wanted the focus to go to the games and not to me. That was the one reason I made the big change. So it's basically you will see the 4-letter word puzzle on the screen at all times, and you will see the game on the screen at all times. And in me, I'll just stick my head out every so often. It's like you'll see me when I do the pre-game stuff. I will have the 4-letter word out of the way. All right, so you want to, well, see, it may not be the 9s that come off. That's why you have to give me the 2 row colors. I basically take 2 wrong numbers off. So we're going with brown and white. And the first number that is coming off the board is the 1. And in the white row, the second number that is coming off the board is the 9. So, Sharky, we are looking for the 4-digit combination that opens the vault. What 4-digit number would you like us to try? Now what I may do on the next vault is basically if you win a game, a number comes off the top row, and then each number you get correct comes off. So if you get question 1 right, a number comes off the blue row. If you get the second question right, a number comes off the white row. And if you get the green one, if you get the third question correct, it'll come off the green row. But for now, since this one's already been started, I'm giving you the choice of which numbers to pull off. Hey, Mr. Hibiki, how we doing tonight? Nope, it can't be it. You can't be 9897. It's got to be a number that's on the screen. The first number has to come from the top row, so that 9 would work. The second number has to come from the blue row. It's got to be one of the numbers that is actually visible on the screen. And the third number from the third row, and the fourth number from the fourth row. No, there's no 8 in the second row, though. Again, this will be, one of these 5 numbers has to be your first number. One of these 8 numbers has to be the second number, or 7 numbers. One of these 5 numbers here has to be the third number, and then one of the 6 numbers on the bottom has to be the last number. Think of it as a combination vault. So, for instance, you could do 9788, or you could do 3301, or 3746, or 4128. The numbers have to come in order of each row. So it could be 9 something, 8 something. But the first number has to be one of the brown numbers at the top. The second number has to be one of the blue numbers. And so on. The third one has to be one of the white numbers. And the fourth one has to be one of the green numbers. And besides which, now I'm letting my co-host here have the show. Dilbert's basically running the show from his studio spot. There we go. 3001 is 3001 the combination of the vault tonight? Nope, that is not the combination tonight, so the vault will remain closed. So for at least another night or two, the vault remains locked. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for coming in tonight. It has been a blast. We know the TKO game works. Again, prize week will start this Saturday. Saturday night. I have no idea yet which games I'm going to use for each prize. I can tell you right now for certain that the list will be a bunch of the small prizes put together. That one I will guarantee you right off the bat. Please remember, the more people that are here, the more games I'll do, and the more prizes will go out on any given night. The shows could last 1 hour, they could last 2 hours, they could last 6 to 8 hours. I honestly do not know. Again, the more participants, the more games we'll do, the more prizes we'll give away. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back on Thursday with the list. I have no more prizes to add. So if you guys want to see the prizes that are out there, please make sure you check the Instagram account. Look up The Saint Fan. And like I said, there's not much else to add to it tonight. I want to thank Turtle, Sharky, Kimber, Habiki, Ed, everybody that dropped by, Nine, the whole lot of you. It has been fun. It has been exciting. It has been entertaining. And I hope it has been educational for all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Saint Fan. I am your host for List Wits. This has been my guest host, Dilbert, tonight. As always, oh, wait a minute. And as you can see, the four-letter word has gone to 21 episodes without being solved yet. So as always, still got to get over some more. There we go. Making choices in life is the easiest thing to do. Making the correct choice and standing by those choices, that will always be the hardest thing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I want to thank you guys for being with us tonight. We will see you on Thursday with the list, and then Saturday night starting at 9:30. Make sure you tell all your friends that if they want the goodies, they got to show up and participate. I've shown you guys the prizes for the night. I've shown you some of the oddball prizes, some of the good prizes. With that, we're going to wish you guys a good night, and we will see you guys on Thursday.
Text to speech unavailable here.